This is World Juniors coverage here on Dolany TV. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Boxing Day. My goodness, Christmas is already over. Come and gone that fast. Wow, time flies, I guess you could say. But we sit here just ahead of things getting underway at noon today between Finland and Germany. Boxing Day matchup to begin the World Juniors schedule for this afternoon. Of course, Canada plays later today, but first, we got to get through everything before then. So today, like I said, Finland versus Germany, the first thing we get to cover to start things off. And my friends, I'm looking forward to it. The first live stream we've had since, well, you know, it's been a long time since we last live streamed here on Dolany TV. And I'm looking forward to bringing this to you. Of course, depends if you want to talk about the slow pitch stuff I messed around with doing this summer, but if you want to go all the way back to the last live stream for Dolany TV hockey, that would be back in February 27th, 2021. So she's almost been a solid 10 months since the last live stream. And here we are back on the bull trying to ride out a World Juniors yet again. Oh my goodness, I'm looking forward to it. So Finland, Germany, Group A action between these two teams. Of course, Finland with the, I think, bronze medal last year, and then, of course, Team Canada and the USA taking those other two medals. But Germany had a surprise little run because of issues, of course, pertaining to what's going on in the world, and then all of a sudden found themselves kind of getting hot towards the end of the tournament and getting the job done a little bit and surprising quite a few folks for being a shorthanded bench. So we look forward to seeing what both teams are going to bring to action tonight and, well, this afternoon. My goodness, you can tell I'm trained at doing what I do, eh? Tonight, for sure. Okay, anyway, what do we need to know? We need to know little simple things about both teams. So let's go get a little tsn.ca preview done up here and figure out what we can figure out for these two sides. If the Boxing Day deals from the source don't try and attack me first. My goodness, that was a little aggressive. So scores, see what we can figure out as we will have, of course, Finland, Germany play today. Then after that, Russia, Sweden, followed by Canada, Czech Republic, followed by Slovakia and the USA. Now I'm still waiting for confirmation on the Czech Republic stuff because I know they put in a formal request to kind of change things around a little bit as well. So stay tuned for that, please. All right, so we got that situation. Let's go to the game page and figure out what we can figure out for Finland and Germany. It looks like John Jason Peterka is back for Germany this year. So JJ Peterka, I believe he is a Buffalo prospect. It'll be interesting to see him after he had a solid little go last year, that's for sure. So let's keep that in mind and let's get through what else we can figure out here. Summary, box score, what do we need? Of course, it's not going to give me any of that stuff. So we sit tight and assess and see what happens, I guess, at this point. So anything I can find on Twitter here for you. We'll get this going in just a second. World Juniors, you'd think I'd be more organized, but when am I ever? So we're not going to worry too much about that. They had about 15-second video of Team Finland warming up prior to today's game. So keep that in mind as well. Team Finland getting a little bit of social media shout out from the World Juniors Twitter account. The game goes in about 11 minutes time here on TSN. I believe it's TSN 4 or TSN 1. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll figure it out. Hopefully it's not TSN 5 like it was for that Canada exhibition game where all of a sudden, yeah, nobody could watch for the first, hour of the game because of some kind of weird scheduling glitch or something they had going on with TSN. But that is besides the point, that is for sure. So my friends, let's figure out what I can see here. And IIHF, there we go, rosters, bingo. Okay, World Juniors, schedule, roster, let's see. That's Team Canada, schedule, I want to see the schedule, please. Tickets, share, add to calendar. Okay, this is really useful. Let's go to Finland here, and there we go. First game off, and they are still going to give me absolutely nothing to work with. That is just too hello. Oh, it's going to give me rosters. Finland. There we go. We're getting somewhere, my friends. So for Finland, they've got a couple of names you're going to recognize. I think Roni Hervonen was there last year, so he's going to be back again this year. I think he's actually captaining the team, if I'm not mistaken. Brad Lambert is back, of course, draft eligible this season, so he's going to be an interesting player to watch at 6 foot 179, so he could be a little bit of a force out there for sure. And then anyone else I'm recognizing on the Finland squad, is there? Not really. I think Emil Viro was there last year as well. And then in net, I think it's Merlanen who is going to get the start for Finland, if I read that correctly. So there's a little bit to it, right? There's a lot to be watched on Team Finland's side of things, that's for sure. But now let's get over to Team Germany's side of things and see what we see. We already mentioned Peterka. Let's see what else we got going here for Team Germany at the World Juniors this year. Of course, a team I didn't get to watch too much of because I believe I missed the game against Team Canada. Luca Musenberger. If you know, you know. That's who we're watching specifically, right? But, yeah, I don't even see Peterka on here. Hold on. Did I lie to you guys? I might have lied to you. I think the IIHF website or TSN had something going on with their website, that's for sure. But Florian Elias is still there, so that's a name I recognize from last year as well. Of course, there is no Tim Stützle this year. Have to keep that in mind. No Tim Stützle for Team Germany this year. A big part of why they did what they did last year at the end of the tournament for sure. But now we kind of wait and sit tight and see what happens with this year's Team Germany against this year's Team Finland. I imagine, based on what I've seen, it should be a good little matchup for both sides, that is for sure. But we find ourselves now 8 minutes away from puck drop, and really nothing happening on Twitter ahead of the World Juniors opening up. Normally everybody has their takes and stuff 10 minutes before things open up here on Boxing Day. Last year maybe a little different because we got going on Christmas Day, so be interesting to see kind of how this tournament works on a more normal schedule again this year. That's going to be the exciting part for me, to see kind of what this tournament looks like from a Team Canada perspective, but also from a perspective of everybody else in the tournament, based on the fact of, right, is it seems year after year after year, every other team gets a little bit better. Obviously, Team Canada gets better as well, and that's how you still have some of these crooked scores in the columns. But you know what? I'm looking forward to seeing Team Germany step up, Team Finland step up, and everybody just really push and just really have a great grand tournament and see what happens here, because obviously, right, Austria is back again this year. There's a lot of teams in the field that have a chance. Slovakia is back again. And I just like to see all the teams kind of come out and put some competitive hockey games together and see what happens. Right, you go into the schedule tomorrow, you've got Austria versus Finland, you've got Russia versus Switzerland, so there's some squads that are going to be interesting to watch for sure. And Switzerland always kind of a team to watch just based on who shows up for them. Slovakia versus Sweden tomorrow, Germany versus the Czechs tomorrow as well. So tomorrow an action-packed day, but a day that doesn't see Team Canada in action. So Monday, December 27th, a good day to skip the World Juniors if you have some stuff to do. Now, if you're like me and have Tuesday, December 28th off, because heck yeah, let's go. You rocked a hard 2021, and that means you get a couple extra days at Christmas. Team Canada plays Austria at 5 o'clock, so that, my friends, is something to stay tuned for as well on your Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, whatever you want to say, as we close in just about 5 minutes to puck drop now. And of course, TSN's World Junior Preview Show is starting to wrap up here. I think, have they had Craig Button do bracketology or not? I don't know, but 3 nations have split the last 9 titles. You go back to 2013, it's the United States, Finland, Canada, Finland, Canada, Finland, US, Canada, right? You can throw those around. For the past 9 years, those have been the only tournament winners at the World Juniors, and this year probably going to be no different, whether it be Canada, Finland, or the US. I don't know if anyone else really has the ability to bring it home this year. But of course, you know who I'd like to bring it home, that's for sure. So they've got Craig Button on the pregame interview thing here where he's going to do his bracketology to try and perfectly predict the World Juniors and figure out who does what and who goes where. Of course, if you've followed me long enough, you'd know that I once interviewed Craig Button in Bonnyville while watching Cale Makar absolutely tear up the World Junior A Challenge in 2016. That was an absolute blast, and I look forward to hopefully maybe getting back out there one day and doing something like that. But you know what? For the time being, we sit tight and we enjoy hockey on Boxing Day. Germany versus Finland. Of course, Craig's bracketology 1 through, I missed the brackets, but I think it's Canada and the U.S. on top of each bracket. Canada versus Slovakia in the quarters, Finland versus Sweden in the quarters, USA versus Germany in the quarters, and Russia versus Czechs in the other quarters. So that brings it over to Canada in the semifinals over Slovakia. Yeah, I'd imagine the hard one, I think, to pick on that screen would be Finland versus Sweden, and he's going to go with Sweden over Finland into the semis. Of course, last year that should have been the case too, but Mr. Philip Broberg ended up getting injured and wasn't able to bring it home. He's going to go USA over Germany in the quarters if that matchup is to happen. That's pretty fair, I'd say, even though I have high hopes for Germany. And then Russia versus Czech Republic, and that's pretty history. So USA versus Russia, Canada versus Sweden in the semis. I think that all makes sense, doesn't it? Right? And then all of a sudden, gold medal game, Canada over Sweden. Yeah, I'd say if Finland falls to Sweden, I'd say if Sweden's going to fall to Canada. And then, of course, U.S. over Russia is what my prediction for it would be. And I'm going to see what Craig Button wants. He's going to go with USA over Russia as well. So there you go. Go figure. You got it figured out. Craig Button going with a Canada-USA final all over again. That's really not that shocking. Sweden-Russia in the bronze medal game, with Russia getting the bronze medal this year. Okay, I can see it. I don't know. I've heard nothing but bad mistakes from Team Russia for getting guys in the junior leagues this year, but don't mind me. We'll be good to go. So, my friends, we find ourselves sitting a few minutes to puck drop, and let's see what we got going on here as we get going. Just going to check a couple things, make sure the stream is healthy and alive and going. Craig Button finishing things off here, and then suddenly we will flip the clock to noon and get underway with this World Juniors tournament at long last. Oh my goodness, it feels like I've been waiting for ages already at this point for this thing to get going. Of course, a hard grinding week leading up to Christmas, and then they moved around the exhibition games and all such, so is what it is. As you see, gold medal game history favors USA. Canada 2-0 in 97. USA 4-3 in 04, 6-5 in 10, and then, the rest 17, and I think last year as well, right? So we don't need to relive that. Anyway, World Junior all-time gold medals index. Canada at 18, Russia at 13, US with 5, Finland with 5, Sweden with 2, and the Czech Republic with 2 as well. And look who they bring in to wrap this thing up. Bob McKenzie on the other side of the desk, ready to give that expert analysis that he does every season, my friends. It is just about World Junior time now. So here we go. Guys, kind of got the chat sat down today, but everybody enjoy. Sit back and relax. And we're going to have ourselves a good little time here as we hit the top of the clock in mere seconds. Bob McKenzie wrapping it up on the preview show now. Finland, Germany, top of the clock, 12 o'clock, local time in Alberta as we get set for the opening game of the World Juniors. A very exciting time. Of course, Canada Red Deer getting to host it for the first time since, unfortunately they couldn't host it last year when it was just Edmonton. So now Red Deer gets to be a part of the action. And of course, they get that beautiful rink up there in Red Deer to play some hockey in. And you get Finland, Germany at noon today. Russia, Sweden at 2:30. Czech Republic, Canada at 5 o'clock. And then, of course, USA, Slovakia at 7:30. 4:30 is the time on the clock, but that's because of the pre-game preview show, whatever you want to say. They're going to end it by playing off the World Junior Trophy lifting from Team USA last year. And my friends, it is time. They're going to have, of course, the Thunderbirds versus Roughnecks game of the week, NLL. If you haven't done that, please tune into an NLL game on TSN this year. I know way too many people working in the league for you guys not to be out there supporting them boys. So let's get this going. We get the gold medal game replay. One Republic Sunshine gets to be the kind of anthem for this one as we get things underway finally at long last. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Juniors return back for another year. Finland versus Germany in what is supposed to be a very good matchup this year. I think, of course, like I said in the pregame, I've said Germany, I'm looking for big things out of Finland. Of course, they're expected to do big things, but really looking forward to seeing what Germany can do this year after kind of building on some success at the end of last tournament and now bringing things home into another tournament in Edmonton and Red Deer this year. So, my friends, the logo hits, and here we go. The World Juniors intro begins, and we are ready for some hockey. Oh my goodness, it's finally here. Let's get it rolling. I'm so excited because it's been a long time coming that I get to get back on the horse and get some live streaming going. So let's get there. If you're new to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, before you get too happy about anything, you might want to consider hitting that subscribe button to stay informed for the rest of the World Juniors. I'm not asking you to stay after that because I don't know what I'm doing after that. But what I can tell you I'm doing right now is obviously, if you were here last year, you knew you could donate to me, or you could just basically, I had ads and stuff on my videos. That's all gone away, done away with all that for this year's tournament. And what I ask of you this holiday season as you tune into this World Juniors live stream, as James Duthie and Bob McKenzie sit on the desk, is if you have a charity you've been thinking about donating, donate to them. Throw them $5-10, whatever you can online, whatever you can in person, drop it off and get it done. That's all I'm asking this World Juniors, is just go out there and make a positive difference yourself in the world. So ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves getting this tournament underway. James Duthie, Bob McKenzie ready to get things going. Of course, then we begin with Germany and the Finnish side as well. So you go to Gord Miller and Ray Ferraro, the team that has carried us through for so many years already. Of course, there's nothing more like Boxing Day than seeing those two on your TV and getting things going for what's going to be an insane little week and a half sprint to the first week of January coming to an end. Topi Niemela, 8 points in 7 games played at the World Juniors last year. He's obviously wearing an A this year and will probably be counted on to produce a couple more points than that. And tonight against Germany, that's going to be an interesting one to see what he does. I think he is a Toronto Maple Leafs prospect, if I'm not mistaken. So obviously he's going to have a little bit of hype around him, that's for sure. But that's where we sit. Group A in action next. That's Finland, Germany. Group B is Russia, Sweden. And of course, Canada, Czechia is Group A. That's the thing, right? I'm not sure if they're going to be calling it Czech Republic or Czechia. I'm going to have to listen for the pronunciation tonight at 5 o'clock to see what Gord Miller does there, and so as I can actually get tuned in myself. But of course, James Duthie, Bob McKenzie back on the desk as we get set for this very important matchup to open things up, right? I'm sitting here hyping up Germany. Now, of course, if they come out and disappoint, that's going to be a whole nother issue, but I'm thinking Germany's got a good chance to come in and make an impact this year and do something quite phenomenal in this tournament. So I'm very much so looking forward to what they can do. Ladies and gentlemen, as well, if I haven't already, don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you're going to enjoy tonight's game, just based on the fact of that's what YouTube likes. So you know what, as a guy who's done it long enough, I know what to ask for, so that's what I'm going to ask. And like I said, you know what, we're going to sit back and enjoy a good hockey game. I don't know what's taking so long. It looks like these two are just going to sit here and talk to us for a little while, aren't they? They're not going to let us get going too fast. I think we'll have the anthems, or not the anthems, pardon me, pregame stuff wrapping up here right away, and then all of a sudden we'll get back from commercial break and it will be game time at long last. A beautiful shot of Edmonton there as they are in for a chilly one. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuning in from across the world this afternoon here on Dolany TV, I'd just like to tell you I'm in southern Alberta and it's currently minus 32 here on Boxing Day morning. Well, let me tell you, in Edmonton, I can only imagine it's a current temperature of something even worse than that. Let's flip over to Edmonton Weather and see what we can do, as I'll just Google that up for you and give you a current forecast. Minus 27 degrees Celsius with a 60% humidity, so it is cold and bitter in Edmonton this afternoon as the World Juniors get underway for yet another year here in Alberta. So keep that in mind, right? Obviously, it is a chilly one out there today, so if you're looking for something to do all day today and you're in Alberta, just sit down, turn on TSN, and you're good to go. And of course, if you're looking for a way to watch the game, okay, here's the way I'm watching it. I'll tell you all about it, because this is something that's going to save you a little bit and save me a little bit and save everybody that knows how to do it a little bit. If you have a friend, right, if you have a friend that has a TV package through Bell, through Shaw, through TELUS, if you go to tsn.ca, hit watch live, and your friend is gracious enough to share their login info for their TELUS, Bell, Shaw account, not necessarily their actual television box, but if they're gracious enough to share their account information with you, you can log in via a TV service provider on the bottom of TSN's live page, and you can actually watch the games. That's what I'm doing. My buddy X-Snipes Edmonton Oilers coverage up there in Edmonton, he's got me covered with his login info, so I'm sitting here enjoying the World Juniors and being able to bring it to you guys live. So keep that in mind. If you're missing the World Juniors, don't miss the World Juniors. Sit back, relax, call somebody you know that has a TV package, ask them real nice, offer them a case of beer, whatever you have to do to get that TV package information sent over to you, and then sit down, get onto your laptop, get off this live stream, and enjoy the World Juniors. Of course, I think that only works if you're in Canada, so my friends abroad, I apologize. I'm sorry I can't bring that option to you, but I'm sure you've figured out other options, or you're just going to sit down and listen to this crazy Southern Albertan Canadian guy talk about Finland versus Germany the rest of the afternoon. Not sure, don't care. Rogers Place, that's what's up. All right. Anyway, of course, just a quick thing I got to make a side note of. I said Rogers Place is the nicest building in the NHL. Of course, I'm always going to stand by that, but there ain't no better building in the NHL than the Scotiabank Saddledome. Sounds weird coming from me. Trust me, I know, but I got to say it because, you know what, I grew up in crappy old barns, and there ain't nothing better than that crappy old barn down there in Victoria Park Stampede area in Calgary. So, 2 Canadian refs and a Czechian and Swedish ref as we get set for this game to get underway. Nikita Kwap is how I'm going to pronounce it. I'm not sure if that's correct, but he was drafted the 187th overall in the 2021 draft by Carolina. He will be in net for Germany this afternoon. And then, of course, this kid, I believe, is the Montreal Canadiens prospect that they were talking about starting today's game for Team Finland. So, there you go. You've got your starting goaltenders. You got things. Maralainen. There we go. That's his name. I was going to say I'm blanking on it. I knew it started with Nem, but I didn't want to go with it. Tobias Abster. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm not even going to try give it a third go, guys. I apologize. That was absolutely brutal. Anyway, let's get this hockey game underway. Antti Pennanen getting it going. Of course, he's got that sick goatee. Guy's got sick hair. He's a head coach. He's a very much so Finnish head coach. So here we go. Let's get the puck dropped and let's see what Finland, Germany get us going at Rogers Place in Edmonton, Alberta this afternoon to open up the World Juniors. I think that ref's missing a tooth, to be quite honest with you. They got a little bit of exposure on the ice, and here we go. Puck is down, and Germany kind of won it back right onto the sticks of the Finnish side, and away it goes down the ice into the Germany zone. Goaltender out to play it, and we're going to see what happens here as Germany regroups in their own zone, breaks it up, misses a pass in the neutral zone, but it works out for number 25 as he's going to, hustle it around the corner, almost beat the man, but got stopped at the last second, just cutting behind the net. And Germany recoups on their side of the neutral zone, down to the Finnish goaltender who knocks it into the corner. And we find 19:29 left on the clock here in this first period as Germany still in possession of the puck, regrouping behind their own net after a finish clear. Going to play it back to the defense partner there and work behind the goaltender, Quap, who's going to see his man walk out from behind the net and start the rush as he crosses the blue line now into the neutral zone across half and flips it in. And there we go. Team Germany back on the attack against the Finnish side. Forecheck successful, getting the dump in, and a shot on net that misses by an inch. And that was a tight one there from the Germany squad right in front of the net. They still have the puck in the corner. They're going to fight it around, and that one's going to take a hard bounce off the boards. You've seen that once or twice if you know you watch teams at Rogers Place. But Germany, again, comes up with this puck. They've pretty much had possession of this puck for, I'd say, a minute 20 out of the first minute and 30 of this hockey game. So a positive start for them is now Finland's going to flick this one off the boards high into the neutral zone, into the German territory now. It's going to come down into a Finnish stick where it's going to be a battle in the near side corner back behind the net. And now Germany's going to flip it up into the neutral zone there. Finland regroups it. A little bit of a bobble there from both sides trying to come up with possession of the puck. But now it's Finland back in their own zone with the puck. They're going to go D to D. 18:06 on the clock, no scoring so far. How's that scoreboard look, actually? That should be the question I'm asking here. Okay, we'll have to figure out that scoreboard. We'll get that going at the next commercial break, as now Finland's breaking into the zone. They're near side corner of the German net. They get around the corner, but unfortunately stopped there by a German defender who now gets it up, and Germany almost had a chance to break into the zone, but couldn't get it going, as that's a big hit in the corner from the German forechecker. Now behind their net, Team Finland once again with the puck, and now all of a sudden puck possession starting to even out. Germany with one shot, so I guess the Finnish goaltender got a piece of that slot shot that I was talking about being so dangerous, and now Finland works it out from behind their own net. Camera works kind of choppy to begin this hockey game, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. You know, I like being critical of how games are filmed and stuff, not that I'm much better, but there we go. The first shot for Team Finland in this hockey game, a shot from the blue line stopped by the German goaltender, Quap, and that will be the first 2 minutes of the game to get things going. My goodness, a hot start, that's for sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what we can figure out. Game page here for this game and see if we can figure out how to get a live score up there for you, as they still don't have a summary box score. They still not have anything going here? Really? They still not? Okay, all right. So apparently TSN's just kind of fallen behind here. So bear with me. We'll get a scoreboard up as soon as we can. At least you know what you're supposed to be watching. 3 minutes gone in this first period. Finland back in their own zone. Defending turns over the puck, though. That was a bad turnover. Almost like watching a team at Rogers Place every other day. Anyway, Finland still comes up with it. Germany couldn't do much with the turnover. They're back behind their net. The guys in blue are. They're going to kind of survey their options. The goaltender really not providing much of a distraction. And away comes Finland there as they rush out from behind their own net. A man dumped in the neutral zone. Germany chases it back into the Finnish territory. The boys in blue there, they'll move it up forward and again turn it over. My goodness, that's two kind of nonchalant passes from Team Finland that result in turnovers. And now Germany actually taking advantage of that one, getting their second shot of the game on the board. And now Finland trying to get out of their own zone yet again. It's going to be pushed forward, pushed backwards. No one's really sure where that's going. And now Finland will pick it up behind their own net, drop it there, and that will be played ahead, and Finland's out of their own zone again. So Germany hasn't touched the puck much since the first minute and a half. That's the way it's going, other than those two turnovers from the Finnish side, as the Finland guy goes to play the puck, ties up his stick with the referee. And now Germany, talk about them not playing with the puck. They lose it in their own feet, entering the Finnish zone. They're going to try and fire one sharp angle towards the net. It's going to come out of the Finnish zone yet again. That's happened twice against Germany so far to start this game. And with almost 5 minutes gone in the first period, Germany finds themselves a 2-1 shot advantage. No scoring as of yet, and an interesting game where both teams are kind of fighting the puck, to be quite honest with you, to start this one. Germany walking around in the Finnish zone. Nobody's really coming up with anything dangerous. It's just some forechecking, defending back and forth, and now the puck down the ice, and that will not be icing as Florian Elias comes up with the puck. Actually, they will rule it icing. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Oh, never mind. It's going to be a penalty. I didn't even see that, as number 4 for the Germany side goes off for interference. He's wearing an A this year. I don't remember this kid, but I guess he... oh, okay. He's going to go off for interference, holding the guy against the boards as the puck did a little flyby, so keep that in mind. He had a chance to make a good play and ended up tying up the man a little bit too long along the boards, and he goes off for interference. So now Finland with a shot, and oh my goodness, what a great save by Quap on the first shot of this dangerous Finnish power play. Of course, if they're to have a shot at winning the gold medal, they got to have a power play operating somewhere near 40%, and the way to get that going is to start it off with one right here. They're moving the puck with pace to start this power play. My goodness, Germany is just kind of swimming in their own zone, trying to tread water and stay alive. As Finland, I don't know where this attack's come from, but that's 2 weird pucks off a Quap that he's had to handle. He makes both saves, but that was quite the dangerous start to the power play. The first half a minute of that power play was quite something to see from Team Finland, that is for sure. That first shot comes in. That second shot from Niemela was just a weird one that I guess was tipped along the way, hits the goaltender, lucky for him, and knocked down and then gloved. And unfortunately, Finland can't win the face-off there. So now we move into 14:28 to go in the first period with a minute 22 on the Finnish power play. Niemela leads it up. He drops it back, and now 2-man support for Finland as they bust into the zone. Germany trying to get it back behind their own net. Now 2 men tie up there from both sides. A third man from Finland comes in with the man advantage. And they're trying to come up with that puck. I don't know who sees it, who has it. My goodness, that's one part about never playing hockey. I could never imagine trying to battle for a puck along the end boards against 3 other guys that are 6 foot something. But Finland comes up with it near side wall. A one-timer shot, rebound, chance there, shot wide. And Germany is going to get it high and off the glass and out down the ice to the goaltender for Finland with 40 seconds left on the power play. What a dangerous sequence of events after they got that puck back from behind the net. Now Finland trying to lead one more rush into the zone. Man's taken out there, no call coming. And that one's going to be once again cleared by Germany, who look like they may have survived this dangerous Finnish attack to begin this game. 13:20 on the clock, and Finland trying one last rush up the ice. They're going to play it back. And here they come as they come across the ice. And in, I think, 33 this year, once again, is Lambert. So I'm going to keep an eye on him because, of course, he is draft eligible this year. Finland, one last... no, they're not going to get the shot off. Then they get the shot off after the power play expires. And the goaltender, Quap, makes the save for Germany. And wow, all right. That was a quite light-you-up power play there from Team Finland to get things started. But no way, Jose, are they getting anything going there to start the scoring of this hockey game. So Finland, no chance yet to get on the board. Germany, the same boat, and now we find ourselves getting things really going. A power play, you know, at the World Juniors, that always gets things started. So now we see what happens here the rest of the way. And of course, if you want to drop your thoughts on what's going to happen in this game, drop them in the chat if you haven't already. And just a reminder, like I was saying, I really can't recommend any better way to watch the game if you're in Canada, right? If you're a Canadian watching today's World Juniors action, especially keep this in mind for Canada versus Czechia later today. If you're a Canadian that can't watch the game because you don't have TSN or don't have cable or whatever, you probably still know somebody that does have cable, right? Mom and dad, uncle and auntie, whatever you want to say, your buddy from down south, whatever you want to say. Somebody has cable still, has a TV package. So ask them for their login details, their account info for their cable provider or whatever they've got, satellite provider, and you should be able to get into tsn.ca and just put those into the TV service provider information, and away you go. You'll be good to go and get a hockey game on your TV later today. Right now, if you want to watch Germany-Finland and you don't want to watch me bring it to you, I'm game with that. Get going and figure it out before Canada gets on at 5 o'clock. So Germany, after the frozen puck, clears the zone floor, and Elias backhander, good opportunity there, kicked aside by the Finnish goaltender, and now we have ourselves 12 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first period. 4-2 the shots for Finland, obviously following that power play they just had, and now they find themselves carrying up the puck kind of skating around a defenseman there after losing the puck against the boards. Trying to pin him there now is the German defender. He's got it going, but Finland's going to come up with the puck. They got it at the point. Now far side point. They're going to fire the puck in, and that one's going to go around the end boards back to a finished stick. Now back into the near side corner on a finished stick. They're going to try and walk this one out of the corner a little bit better. Tip back down. My goodness. Germany just not able to come up with a bouncing puck here in their own zone. Now they do. They flip it into neutral territory, and that's actually going to allow a Germany man to almost bust by the defender who lost it in his skates for Finland, but that's all right. No big worry there. Finland comes up with it. And of course, again, you're going to see a lot of advertisements for the National Lacrosse League on TSN this World Juniors. Make sure, if you actually do care, to tune into a game one of these days. I have a lot of friends that are working in the NLL this year, so do something, support them, and see what happens with the NLL this year as well, since they're playing after not playing last year. A shot from the point, saved there by the glove of the Germany goaltender Quap, and that, my friends, leads to a 4-4 tie in shots to begin this hockey game between Finland and Germany. And TSN.ca, what? What the heck? Okay, TSN.ca was rejected. Sure. Okay, whatever. We'll not worry about that, but let's get going here as do scores for World Juniors. Do they have anything going here? They still don't. Okay, that's really weird. TSN.ca is not updating their scorekeeping yet, so in the intermission we'll get things going with trying to find a score for this hockey game, that's for sure, rest assured. But we find ourselves currently 11:03 in the first period. Finland, a shot fired off the blocker of the goaltender there, Quap. I just love saying Quap. That's quite the awesome name. I'm probably completely mispronouncing it. Somebody want to correct me, that'd be fantastic. But we find ourselves now with Germany busting into their Finnish zone. They're going to fire a shot. That one's mishandled all the way through. There was a couple guys that got a hand or two or an arm or a head on it, and somehow the Finnish goaltender comes up with two saves there. Point blank and 10.5 minutes to go in this first period. Camera work's still kind of shoddy in this hockey game. That's all I got to say there, as that one's knocked down, and the Finns will get it out of their own zone and now actually kind of niftily guide it through the neutral zone, allowing them to set up an attack out of the near side corner in the Germany zone. That's going to be moved back and blocked there for a second, and then Germany kind of tries that play Finland did, just kind of poking at the puck to get it moving along the ice. And that's a direct attack to the net, and didn't really come up with much there. Kind of scuffled into the corner, and now Finland another chance here. 3 men. Oh man, took out the linesman. He's down on the ice. He's hurting. But that was a weird little play. You got to get out of the way if you're one of the officials. That one turned aside by Quap, and now Germany comes up with it. And all of a sudden, since that power play, it seems like Germany's kind of lost their touch, and Finland's starting to get on top of them here, and the ice is tilting back towards the German goaltender a little bit. But with that said, Germany gets out of their own zone. They tip it down the ice, and that will be an icing call from the official that hit the ice a minute ago. And that was a huge save there, right? I was saying the ice is tilting, but there were two great saves from the Finnish goaltender, and then Niemela gets it going up. And this was a weird little play here, as that one, great opportunity, great setup, and just fired off the knob of the stick by Quap to make the save. That one was probably going wide anyway. 7-6 the shots. Suddenly the shots are coming. That one turned aside by Quap there. And now all of a sudden this first period getting things going. That shot saved there, and now this one's going to be cleared by Germany, and they've got a chance to get down the ice in a hurry, but 2 men back for Finland prevents that. A little bit of a line change now for Team Germany as 9 minutes remaining on the clock. This is going to go back down the ice, and Germany is going to carry it in. Shot on, saved by the Finnish goaltender. Shots now tied 7-7 apiece, and my goodness, this hockey game's all right. I'm not minding this at all. This is good end-to-end action here in the first period between Germany and Finland. Of course, Finland's kind of taken advantage since that power play, but that's nothing too major, that's for sure. So, my friends, we currently sit, just want to say, 1,320 of you have tuned into this live stream so far in the first, what do I want to say, about 40 minutes, so thank you for that. After being absent for as long as I was, it feels pretty good to come back and see those kind of numbers. So thank you very much for tuning in to today's live stream so far. We're just currently on commercial break. If you want to think about hitting that subscribe button to stay tuned for the live streams later this afternoon. I think I'm going to take Russia, Sweden off, and then we'll get going with Canada versus Czechia in a little bit. So 5 o'clock game time for that. We'll fire up the live stream, same thing as this one. 4:45, get it going, pre-game stuff, and then all of a sudden get the clock going at 5 o'clock between Canada and, of course, Czechia. So, my friends, we currently find ourselves sitting here getting ready for this hockey game. So what I'm going to say is, as we get things going for Finland, Germany, he was drafted 64th overall by the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's Topi Niemela. So that's kind of why he's getting so much excitement here, is because he's going to be definite X factor, I guess you could say, for Team Finland, of course, after winning best defenseman in the tournament last year. So here we go. And if you remember last year, you need to remember the soda stream bottle. Anyway, 8:49 to go in this first period. 8-7 the shots between Finland and Germany. And, wow, all right, after losing the faceoff, Germany almost got it back at their own blue line, but now Finland carries it in, go around the net. Ooh, he thought about going for the wraparound, but he dumps off to the defenseman who spins it back into the middle slot area, and that's going to be cleared there. And, man, Finland all game has had a guy standing at their own blue line every time there seems to be a puck that, hey, Germany could get to that puck. It seems that there's a man standing right there in the way waiting for it, and so far that's been the case, and that's kind of stymied the German attack so far. So that's positive news if you're a Finnish fan, that your defense is holding steady in this first period, while also the offense is pushing pretty hard to get a goal going for your side. So now Finland back with it at the German blue line. They're going to go D to D, pitch and catch. And that one's going to go fired wide. But Finland, again, relentless on the boards. Almost gets that back in the offensive zone. However, they get it back in the neutral zone, back into their own zone now. Pitch and catch D to D once again. But this one just trying to create an attack or get the puck forward, as they do. Now Germany getting it out of their own zone after it came back in. And now Finland, again, that man just standing right there waiting for the... Like, that puck finds the German or the Finnish man that's back every single time, it seems, so far this first period. Finland on the attack, trying to beat down Germany on the end boards. They are not going to do it, or maybe they are. Two men tie up there, and Germany is going to come up with the puck for the time being until it's turned over to a Finnish stick. The puck bobbles, and oh my goodness. You see how much was broken there, me trying to describe that all? How about a Finnish goal right there? That one absolutely ugly. Quap would love to have that one back. I would imagine that one was a weird one, kind of coming off the sideboards there. Like I said, turned over a million times or bounced around a million times, whatever you want to say, but the goal goes in. And just watch this one. So it comes off the boards, it's kind of fired down, and it takes a hop or two and just goes, wow, Quap doesn't even see it. So it's fired. Goes off of somebody, either Hellenius or the German defender. And back in the net, of course, who else taking the shot but Brad Lambert? And Quap is just, wow, that one missed by an inch off his skate, or else that would have been no goal and a save for Quap. That was quite the play right there, that's for sure. So, weird one there, but I think Hellenius and Brad Lambert will take it, that's for sure. 7:04 to go in the first period. Puck's moved ahead, and now all of a sudden down the ice, Germany in their own zone, now chasing the game, 1-0. And there's going to be a high stick coming against Finland or Germany. I'm not sure. It's going to be against Finland, so welcome to the World Juniors. Score a goal, take a penalty, let the other team right back into the game. Pivranta? I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but we'll figure this out. We got a whole week and a half to figure all this out. But he comes in and just barely high sticks the guy and gets the call right first thing. So Germany to the power play. You know, that was a momentum changer in the first period so far for Team Finland. Now Germany gets their chance to come out and attack, one man up. And for some reason in the World Juniors, a man up, it seems like the entire game changes. Right? In the NHL, it seems like some teams don't even get fazed by it. But in the World Juniors, it just seems like it's a completely different game for the team defending. when you are down a man. So here we go. Germany carries it around the line. Turned back there by Finland. And again, this camera work just seems a little bit off, if I'm not mistaken. So Brad Lambert's going to get credit for it to begin with. I think that's going to be unassisted. It is 12:52 in the first period is when that goal was scored. This one now into the Finnish zone. Niemela is going to clear it around the boards, and that. Here's been the problem. Germany hasn't had the man on the point stopping the puck every time or in the neutral zone. They've had to chase it in their own zone several times this game to begin this first period. So that might be the difference, is having that man back and being a comfort keeper on your blue line for Team Finland, as opposed to Germany having to chase it to their own end boards every single time so far. Either way, Germany getting to work on the boards. Now they've got a man at the point. This one's going to be played back there and turned around. And there's the shot from the point. Rebound in front. A little bit of a scramble, but turned away by the mass of sticks in front. And again, right, fired down the ice, but nobody's there for Team Germany to pick up the puck. So it's all the way back down to Kwap, who plays it off to Elias. And now Musenberger out there. Of course, you know why you're watching him if you're watching me. But 5:23 to go in this first period. Germany leads the attack into the Finnish zone. Two Finnish players take each other out. Germany can't get off the boards quick enough to take advantage of it. And now trailing 1-0. They got to get something going in the last 13 seconds of this power play. Shot on, save, rebound, shot blocked. 5:04 left in this first period. Now it's going to be cleared off a glove, and Finland back the other way. This is going to allow them to kind of chase it into the Germany zone, and played at the blue line there. Nothing much happening. Now Germany, after that power play expires, just kind of backhands it, cleared it into the Finnish zone, gets the line change, and back the other way comes Finland. They'll fire the puck in, and this one back turn. Now Germany 2-on-1 opportunity, chance in front, but that puck was a little too high on the backhand sauce pass from the right side of the ice, and Germany can't come up with it, but they keep crashing and banging along the end boards, trying to come up with this puck at any cost. And that one's going to be played up and out of the zone and up and out of the glass. And that, my friends, is going to be a face-off in the Finnish zone. A 1-0 lead for Finland to begin this hockey game. We currently see ourselves having a good one between these two teams, right? 1-0 for Finland. I don't think that's necessarily unexpected at all, but a good start to this hockey game for both teams, coming out, shooting the puck, moving the puck, and trying to push the pace. So that's nice and comforting to watch as the World Juniors get underway, that's for sure. My friends, we've currently topped 1,600 views on this live stream. That is absolutely monster ridiculous numbers if I am asking myself what's going on. So other than that, what do we find out from tsn.ca? Maybe we want to go to IIHF World Juniors 2022, and maybe I can get you a scoreboard here for it. So games, let's see here. Games, Finland. There we go. Let's Game Center. There we go. We should be able to get a scoreboard now between these two teams. It's actually going to even keep you informed with how far through we are in this hockey game. All right. Anyway. Let's go. That's useless. That's useless. I don't know what I'm trying to do there. My apologies. We'll get back to this hockey game in a second. And browser. It's going to be tricky, but we'll be good to go here in just a sec. I promise you. Play on up. Okay, that's going to go that way. So we just have to adjust the crop and top. Let's go 250. Oh, we almost had it. 200. There we go. 200, and bottom should be about 200. And there we go. Good to go, I'd say. There we go. We got ourselves a scoreboard. Look at that. Tyson Dolan, he's still figuring things out all these years later. Heck yeah. All right. Anyway, back to hockey. 3:57 to go in this first period. Germany back on another power play. My apologies. I do care about quality of stream sometimes, so they did call that a penalty, the puck over glass. So now we find ourselves getting set for the last 3-4 minutes, I guess you could call it, with a minute and a half on a German power play. Finland taking the face off just outside of their own blue line, in front of their own bench. 8-9 the shots in favor of Germany, just the way it reads on the scoreboard. 1-0 the lead for Finland. as Germany gets another opportunity on the power play here after not really getting much out of that first one other than a really good rebound opportunity that was blocked. However, they play it off the boards, now back to the point across the ice into the far side wall. Back down in the far side corner, that one comes off a stick a little too hot, and Finland gets a chance to get the puck back. The man's going to come up with it for Germany, and now they're going to control back across, and here's an opportunity to take a shot. They're going to wire it, blocked off a skate. And this German power play is going about as good as the first one, I guess you could say, until they jam it towards the net, and the rebound is cleared immediately by the Finnish side. 3 minutes remaining in this first period. The shot's still 9-8 for Germany. So they've had the chance to shoot the puck this game, but really haven't gotten the job done yet in the goal scoring column. Again, that Finnish one was a little bit of a weird one, weird deflection to go in, so we're not too worried about it as of yet. But Germany with the puck in the neutral territory, they're going to come across and try and carry this one in across the blue line. There they go. They get it done. They're going to play it back to the point. No, they're going to play it down around the boards. And that is met there by a German player who gets it going. Okay, good little play there to keep that puck alive. A little bit of Finland not expecting that one. Back there, shot, save, and another chance there, side of the net. Germany pushing here late in this period. Well, aided by 2 power plays, but what do you do as Finland comes up with it after a couple of saves there? And now, all of a sudden, you got yourself a 1-0 hockey game with minutes bleeding off the clock by the second. And Finland carrying it across through the neutral. They're going to fire it in. 1:57 left in this first period. Of course, wouldn't shock me to see Germany score a late goal, but of course, wouldn't shock me to see Germany fall 2-0 late in this first period as well. 1:45 now on the clock. Finland pushing it around the offensive zone, not coming up with too much here. And Finland's going to come up with that puck there and move it around behind the net. They're dancing around the German zone, but staying on the outside as that one goes around a little out of reach of a man, and Germany meets it there on the boards. Played back, and Germany in possession now in their own zone. They're going to break out, get into the neutral zone, move down half the ice, and just whip it into the corner off the glass. $1:15 on the clock now, and a 1-0 lead still for Finland after this first period. Pretty much almost done. Still a minute to go, though, so stay tuned as this puck bobbled through the slot. Doesn't go anywhere too crazy. Minute officially left on the clock, 59 seconds now. And that puck goes up and out of play, and we find ourselves a 1-0 lead for Team Finland. That is a nice little scoreboard, I must say. IIHF does a beautiful job of having a scoreboard. Now you got to keep this in mind. So delay of game, high sticking, and interference, the penalties so far in this one. Brad Lambert still officially the goal scorer in this hockey game, so keep that in mind as well. And the lineup, do they have, they won't have a scoring detail. Okay, never mind. As we get back, puck is dropped. Germany's going to move it into the neutral zone, and this one's going to be pushed ahead. I guess here's the thing, right? Germany could very much so eat against the lesser teams, but I don't think they're going to eat against teams like Finland and Canada and all them. That's offside. And Germany will see the face-off come outside of their own zone. 39.8 seconds to go, but back to that thought about Germany. I think they could definitely very much so eat against the lesser teams, and that puts them in a good spot for the quarterfinals. But I don't think they're going to do enough to get the job done and get into a semifinal position, because against the top, let's say 4 teams, they're not going to match up and be able to get the job done, right? Against Finland, Canada, US, Russia, they're not good enough to win based on what I've seen in this first period. If they're struggling to kind of turn the tide against Finland, right? They've never turned the tide on those 2 power plays they had, like Finland turned the tide on them on their first one of the night. So, I don't know, plenty of time, 40 minutes left. Good chance they get back into this hockey game, but down 1-0. I'm not sure if this turns around for Germany after the first period or not. 10 seconds to go on the clock. Germany in their own zone, just going to fire it down and off a couple of men, and there we go. 3 seconds bleed off the clock, and that, my friends, is your first period between Finland and Germany in this one. What's been a good hockey game, right? I can say that it doesn't look like Germany is going to win much, if at all, of this hockey game, but still a very good hockey game all the way around, no matter how you cut it to begin. So, oof, very grateful for that to begin this hockey game, that's for sure. My friends, we find ourselves sitting here looking like the views are starting to go up a little bit. So if you haven't already, I'm going to redirect you right now to get some information on Team Canada's roster. Let's see here. Let's go to this one right here. Get the link. I'm going to put it in the chat right now for you. And then we'll get this going here. Bing, bang, boom. There you go. That is Team Canada's thing. So it looks like the chat's been going a little bit this afternoon. Not too much as it is what it is. So my friends, we find ourselves 1-0 for Finland, and it's been a good game. I mean, that's really all I can summarize. It's been a good game, good first feel it out period of hockey. So let me just take a picture and send it over to a friend here. That would be much appreciated if you could give me a second to just take care of some business here on the back end, and we'll see what we can get going here for the next little bit, the intermission side of this live stream, that's for sure. So let's just send that, and bing bang. There we go. And let me just send. There we go. All right. We are sitting pretty as we enter the intermission now. Of course, so far on this live stream, guys, 1,770 individual views. That's quite ridiculous for a guy that's just kind of went completely dormant on YouTube for the past 10 months. So I'd appreciate and like to send my gratitude for everybody who's tuning in and hanging out with me on this fine box today. That's much appreciated. Now I am out of a drink, so it is about time I go figure this out. Let's see what we can figure out. I got to get a refill of the water, and then also as well, got to get you guys some intermission entertainment. So give me 5 seconds here. We're going to get some stuff loaded up and see what we can do here for you for this intermission entertainment. Bringing it back from last year, I don't exactly have the ability to do these this year, so keep that in mind. I do apologize, but I'd love to have some new videos for you this year. But sit back, sit tight, and let's see if I can get this going here. All files, where is it? Shorts V2. No, let's go with this one. Let's go with this one right here. All right, my friends. This is Dolany TV. You may be wondering why I'm standing out here in nothing but a tank top in about minus 15 degrees Celsius weather. Well, let me put it to you this way. Why do people cheer for the Calgary Flames? Exactly. Some things just don't make sense. This is Dolany TV. If you're ever wondering why the green screen behind me for the Dolany TV logo word art back on the set on Dolany TV videos is always messed up, well, consider this. In the same room, I can literally shadow box myself. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. If that doesn't give you a reason why, everything would be messed up sometimes. This is Dolany TV. For those of you that don't know, this is the whole room that the whole set is in. Right? The green screen, the jerseys, the stand-up bookcase, the pucks, the pictures, everything's in a certain situation on the other wall. However, there's stuff like this hanging up on the other walls. Yes, you've already seen a blank wall. I got to figure that one out. There's stuff like this, and then suddenly there's stuff like this on the floor that you may remember from the old set. I got to figure something out. You want to help me figure that out? Let's figure that out. This is Dolany TV. You thought these things were over, but don't you worry. There's this one still. What's the point of this one? I'm not entirely sure. Other than I probably need to still fill up my glass of water before I come on down to resume the stream. So as I sit here and natter on about absolutely nothing, oh wait, there I am. I better go now. Still got this time just down perfect, eh? There we go. Look at that. See, I got this. Oh no, I forgot my drink upstairs. Dang it. Okay, we'll go a period without a drink. I guess we can do that for sure. Anyways, my friends, we find ourselves firing up a 1-0 game between Germany and Finland so far. A good little hockey game, that's for sure. But yeah, not too bad of a first period at all, I guess I could say, that's for sure. As only about 2,000 of you tuning in this first period so far. As we sit on intermission, we're going to replay a couple of things here. This was a dangerous chance, the first shot of the game for Team Germany, that one that just kind of came out in the slot from behind the net, and a great little chance for them. And then they've had some stick work and stuff there as well that's been kind of fancy, but they've had some that just haven't worked out for them. And of course, having that man back's been pretty stellar for sure. As let's see here, bing bang, what are we sitting at? I'm just going to check some stuff over. There we are. Let's go to Twitter and get some reaction here. McTavish and Perfetti made NHL debuts in the same game. Did they share a moment? Reunited on Team Canada. The linesmen really getting into the action early. They got a replay on TSN Sports on Twitter if you want to go rewatch that hit that I was talking about. The linesmen getting absolutely taken out. That one sucked. And the IIHF will not have relegation this year once again. Belarus will be the 11th team in the top WJC division next year. Wow, so there will be 11 teams, and Belarus has made the World Juniors. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty excellent for their hockey program, actually, if I'm being completely honest. So looking forward to, I guess, seeing them and seeing what they can do next year. I guess that's where we're sitting, eh? So it just is what it is. We'll move forward with a recap of that first period if I can. So let's go back to the play-by-play and the goal scoring so far for Team Finland. It was Brad Lambert with the goal scoring for Finland to start things off. Unassisted, of course. He came off the boards and just kind of wired a shot that found the back of the net. That I still think could end up being changed, but it was ending up a goal for Finland. Either which way, still depending who scores it, I guess the question. It did start everything that went right for Finland. Started at 4:57 into the first period, where it was Maximilian Zuber. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Somebody, again, correct me if you want. Took a penalty for Germany. Finland, right off the face-off, attacked the net right away. Bang. They were pretty much just toying with Germany in their own zone for that 2-minute power play, and then suddenly in the last 30 seconds, Germany started clearing a little bit more and killed the rest of the penalty. And then it took about another 8 minutes until Finland scored, but they had tilted the ice at that point, and they went to work on the boards on that goal and got the reward for it, obviously. And then Finland took 2 penalties just over 2.5 minutes apart in the late frame of the first period. Germany had a couple of chances, couldn't get the job done. Almost got the job done on one, but the shot was blocked on the follow-up rebound. So we find ourselves currently waiting for this game to resume, and really not much more to talk about than that. So let's go over to the chat and see what I can see in there, as really things are getting going. Tim, good afternoon. Of course, you see Tim wearing the wrench, so I got to make sure I mention him. But yes, we are getting things going. And Sam, told you I'd get this done, didn't I? We are currently sitting in the first period intermission, waiting for this game to resume, and I would like to see this game kind of turn into a little bit of a barn burner, to be quite honest with you. I think that first period had the possibility to do it, but good goaltending from both sides kept the score just 1-0. But if Germany is going to have a chance to win this one, I think they're going to have to turn this into a little bit of a high-scoring affair to try and turn this game around, that's for sure, in my opinion. But currently, my friends, I need to go grab that drink of water, so I'll be right back, and we'll get this first period get going here right away. Well, second period, I guess now, right? Oop. All right. All right, let's get this going, shall we? Let's get back to it and see what we can do. As we got Bob McKenzie talking all about Team Canada, Dylan Garan, who will start in net against Team Czech Republic, Team Czechia. I'm still completely confused on that one, but yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to seeing what happens here this evening against Team Canada and Czechia, because that's going to be a good game. And of course, you want to talk about a live stream going crazy. That's when that live stream goes crazy. Notice that? Notice how that Dollar TV stuff didn't move? Oh my goodness, I'm still such a fan of this setup. It's still everything I wanted like 5 years ago, I guess I could tell you, as we are getting ready for this hockey game. And I can see the anticipation is kind of building for this Team Canada game, because 10 views on Team Canada's Connor Bedard video that I did a couple of weeks ago. And now as the excitement builds, we get set for what's going to be a good little hockey game here. As the hockey game should be resuming. We went to break a couple of minutes ago, so we should be getting back underway right away. So, second period, getting ready for it. Like I said, I think the only way Germany really comes out and wins this game is if they turn it into a little bit of a barn burner against Finland, score a couple quick goals, let Finland score, and then just kind of last goal wins kind of deal, because based on that first period, keeping it a low-scoring game, I do not think favors Germany. And unless they are planning on pulling out a rabbit out of the hat with 2 minutes left and scoring 2 with the empty net, I'm really not sure how they win a game, even with only 3 goals in this one. So, problem is, does it seem like it's going to go out and be a barn burner of a game the second and third period after that first period? Not really. Finland was doing a great job defending, of course, some high dangerous shots for Germany, but it's the World Juniors and they're not going to stop all the dangerous chances at all. And that one that beat Quap was just a weird one, so it could be a couple of combinations of just a couple of weird ones to get the job done for Germany or Finland to finish this game off. I'm not really sure. So I'm just going to reply to some messages here and we'll see what happens. All right, anyway, let's go back to Twitter and see what we can do here. 2022 World Juniors prospects by NHL teams. The Carolina Hurricanes lead the way with 10 prospects, followed by Detroit, and then a 3-way tie for third between Florida, LA, and Minnesota. So, interesting of note, New York Islanders and the Tampa Bay Lightning actually do not have prospects here. Atu Räty was left in Finland, I believe. So that's something to keep an eye on as well, is the fact that as this tournament gets going, is going to be a matter of how much does Team Finland miss Atu Räty, who, yes, he slipped down the draft in the summertime, but he should be an impact player on this team if he were here. And unfortunately for them, he is not there. So my friends, as you are joining this live stream, we currently find ourselves just waiting for this intermission to come to an end. A 1-0 hockey game between Finland and Germany so far. And the message of the intermission is, if Germany wants to win this hockey game, they've got to turn it into a barn burner and get this game high scoring, because I don't think it's going to work for Finland to sit here and just beat Germany like 5-4. I think they're going to sit back and try and defend this game well. So Germany's got to push and just make it something that it isn't so far. Anyway, we're listening to the Cold Calls commercials, and I'm wondering what the most played commercial is going to be at the World Juniors this year. You know, every year there's always a most played commercial. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I wonder how many times we'll see Spider-Man No Way Home commercials. That was a good movie. You want to talk about a great movie? Spider-Man No Way Home was a phenomenal movie. I mean, huge MCU fan, but if you're just a Spider-Man fan in general, you got to go check out that movie while you got some holiday time and enjoy, because that was a phenomenal, next level, beyond crazy movie. That is for sure. So currently 1-0 for Finland and Germany. Start of the second period coming right up. Again, be interesting to see if that linesman gets replaced, because he took a hard hit along the boards. And so far, documents. Let me see if I can get the game summary going so far. 1-0 after the first period of play for Finland. Of course, no assist on that goal from Brad Lambert because he just took it off the boards. And for Team Finland, Finland, not much happening there in terms of anything for any of those guys. Florian Elias wearing the C for Team Germany was 0 for 2 in the face-off dot, a -2 on that board, and played 6 minutes and 1 second on the ice that period. Had 36-second average shift duration, and it looks like, my friends, we are just about to get this game back going. Gord Miller, Ray Ferraro back in the broadcast booth at Rogers Place, which I love how the broadcast booths are done at Rogers Place. Quite honestly, you want to talk about the best building in the NHL, that is why. Honestly, if I could ever call a game there, that would be next level dream material, that is for sure. The view from the ice is just like pretty much what you have at Imperial Oil Place in Cold Lake, Alberta, calling a Junior B ice game. So it's that gorgeous, I tell you. As well, they're going to just talk about the sticks of Finland and how effective Finland was at defending all games so far. A lot of crashing and banging along the boards for both clubs, not afraid to engage physically and try and win battles, and that's what Brad Lambert did there. Kind of getting that one fought off the boards and then that back of the net there. I still think that's Hervinen's goal, but we'll see what happens in this period in terms of who they credit that goal to moving forward. So now face-off time for the, second period of play as we get set for what is going to be a good second middle frame. And then, of course, don't forget, you got another game coming up at 2:30 before the Team Canada game. But now Germany, Finland back underway. Germany attacking right to left, Finland attacking right to left, and Germany going right or left to right. Can you imagine? I could not do radio play-by-play, and that's what I struggle with these live streams. Television, telecasts, I can do, no problem. Anyway, Finland already attacking early. They're in the offensive zone. They've got it. It comes off a stick, kind of bobbles out into the Finnish territory, and now Niemela leaves it there for a man who gets absolutely run into by the German captain, Florian Elias, who's out there to start this hockey game's second period. 40 seconds gone, and Niemela plays it around the boards. I know very few players, both number 7s for Finland and Germany, I know. As Finland carries it across the blue line into the German zone, they're going to attack, but taken out there at the net is a Finnish player, and we've got an interference call coming up against Germany. And this, my friends, dare I say, might be the moment of the game to open up this second period. This could be the one that dooms Germany if they get scored on this power play. That was a weird kind of take it to the net play, and the man's driving, and German player takes him out, and it's an interference call. So we're going to get a replay here as this one goes in, geeks around, and look at that, just a couple of sticks there. And are they going to call that holding or slashing? They're not. Okay, sorry. I thought the penalty was on the man taken down into the net, but Musenberger goes to the box, so I think that's the man taken down at the net. Either way, Finland wins the face-off. Pitch and catch at the blue line. Now to the bumper along the boards. They're going to go back to the blue line here. Finland, of course, wearing the blue uniforms this game. They're the home team. They're going to get this going to the net, around the net, side of the net, cross slot, backhanded, and turned over to the German side, who's going to fire it down the ice, kill the first 20 seconds. No, it's kept in by Finland, actually. Pardon me. And Brad Lambert then there turns it over, and there you go. That's what's going on. Back behind the net in the Finnish zone. Germany plays it, but turned over and back the other way. Recovered by Finland on the power play. $1:20 left. They're going to bust into the zone, play it around the boards, and that's going to be met there by a man wearing number 27. We'll get to know these players as this tournament goes along, I promise you. That one fired high and out of play. So that's the first real shooting opportunity for Finland on that possession of power play time. And, looks like there was a little bit of confusion as to, okay, that's what they were talking about. That's why they were showing that replay, is because there was confusion as to who was going to the box. Both players tried to go to the box for Team Germany on that last penalty call. However, It looks like Germany's going to get a power play chance in a minute's time after Finland is whistled down for a hooking call in the offensive zone. So we get 1 pure minute of 4-on-4 action at the World Juniors. The puck down the other way, and Simatoival gets the call for hooking on Team Finland. Ooh, that is just a nasty little kind of can opener hook there on the hands to turn the player around a little bit. With 17:57 to go in this second period. And now Germany, Finland going to get this puck going. And now turn back there. Finland in their own zone recovers it and will play it up and out of the zone. Now forcing Germany back onto their side of half as Finland busts into the zone now. Niemela skating around. He's looked dangerous all game, but I think that's just because we've been told to watch for him. So that's partly why he seems so active. Now playing more like a forward. He's going to skate all the way across the zone and see that puck come over to him. He's looking for an option back to the blue line. He was reading well out there. Nice, smooth skating, right-handed defenseman, that's for sure. He's going to go across. That's going to be played there, and pretty much Finland's been in control of this entire 4-on-4 until that puck goes all the way around the boards. It's picked up there by Germany. They get it out of their own zone. A little bit of a bounce and bobble there. However, Finland comes up with it in their own zone yet again. 17:04 to go in this second period. They're going to move this puck ahead, and not too much of a result. Turn back there, and now we find ourselves on a Team Germany power play in this second period. They haven't done anything with the first two opportunities. In fact, nobody's done anything with a power play so far this game. And now Germany breaking out of their own zone with 45 seconds to go on the power play. Getting it into the attacking zone. It's going to be a shot and a goal. Oh my goodness. Beautiful snapshot there for Team Germany. And you just got to say, nobody's done nothing much with it so far. And how about that? A slot shot. Muzzenberger, the prospect for those guys from Edmonton, gets the job done. And my goodness, what a shot there to just kind of walk into it. He's following the play. This one goes up the ice, and he just kind of finds it and shoots it and beats the goaltender clean. As, I mean, poor goaltender there. He's looking both ways, looking for it. That one goes off. What a shot by Muzzenberger, and just under the glove over top of the pad. And yes, sir, that's a goal for Germany. So there you go. If you're Germany, you're on the board. Now what do you do is the question with it. And I think if you're Germany, you just got to keep attacking and keep pushing the pace and keep pushing the tempo and keep looking to score more goals, because you kind of back off. Finland's going to take it to you quite quickly. Of course, penalties and stuff can be a game turner. You thought that was a big moment there for Germany to try and kill off that 2-minute penalty to start the hockey game in this second period, but my goodness, they instead get a call for them halfway through the penalty kill, and then a minute later they get a goal pretty much as the power play starts up for them with only a minute on it. 16:06 to go in this second period, and Finland's going to lead the puck ahead, and they're coming back on the attack. Chance on net, rebound off a Quap, rebound there, blasted aside by Quap and bobbled out into the neutral zone by the German side. So 1-1 we stand. Okay, that was a good shot. Muzzenberger gets it going, and now back the other way comes Finland trying to push the attack back against the German side, because they got to try and get back into this game. But I don't think a guy kind of swimming on the ice is going to do anything like that. Literally, physically doing every swimming motion he could to try and get the puck going forward. And now Germany back into the Finnish zone. 15:22 on the clock, and Finland, well, looking to try and finish this hockey game off positively, but they've seen their lead that I think they might have thought they could hold, which, like I said, right, if they were trying to defend it the rest of the way, they could have done it. But Germany, a good shot, gets the job done, and now comes down to who's going to push for that next one, who's going to get the 2-1 goal, and then who's going to get the one after that, because I think this one's not over if it's a 1-goal game. That's kind of the message I had in the first intermission. Now you see Nurmi playing at the back there in his own zone for the Finnish side. They're going to move out from behind their own goaltender, and now 3 men high for Germany trying to keep back the Finnish attack. It's going to rim around the boards after a neutral zone dump in from the Finns. This one's going to be played up, and Germany in possession of it. They're going to try and pass to each other, but nobody really knows what's going on, so they just played off the boards, dump it in offside, and 14:27 to go. And still, what a shot from Musenberger. What a rush here. This was a beautiful, like, lead through the zone, and then all of a sudden a dump back off a stick, and Musenberger just does not miss that opportunity to come cruising through. Shot on, stick hits a stick, and it's no chance to miss that one at all. So he fires that one through all the traffic, through the goaltender, and gets the job done for the 1-1 goal. 14:26 to go in this second period. And it's been a little bit more wide open, I think, in my honest opinion, right? Like, clock seems to be ticking along a little bit faster, as now Finland knocks it down at the German blue line, but kept alive there for only a second as Germany moves it back to Finnish territory. Now back in the neutral zone, it's going to be played ahead to the man and turned over, and a little bit of stick back and forth here at the Finnish blue line as the clock just keeps moving. That's been the noticeable part of this second period is, yeah, for those 2 penalty calls, that's about it. That's really slowed down the clock. And the goal shot saved by Quap. And as I say that, he will cover up. 13:48 to go. Look at that. There's a guy with the last name blank. Yeah. Things you see on Team Germany, huh? Either way, let's go see what we got going on now in terms of that goal. We can see who got the assist for Musenberger. Luca Musenberger gets the goal, and they're not going to give the details on the assist, all right, because I think it's unassisted yet again. 2 unassisted goals to open up this hockey game, 1 from each side, and that's a positive sign for both teams to be on the board, that is for sure, as Luca Musenberger scores his first of the tournament for Team Germany. The game is tied 1-1, and we sit ourselves getting into this hockey game at a good little clip, that is for sure. And my goodness, my friends, that Team Canada World Juniors roster video I did a couple of weeks ago now just absolutely roasting. 23 views in the last hour. That does not tend to happen. All right. Here we go. And yes, okay, so it seems everybody is trying to figure out how to live stream this hockey game. So I'll give you a little bit of a clue. If you have a friend that has a TV package, right, whether it be satellite, cable, fiber, whatever kind of TV package they have, or an aunt or a mom or a grandma or somebody that has TV, ask them for their account info, right? They obviously pay a bill, and to pay that bill, they have to have account info, right? Like a login for the service provider. Ask them for that. Go to tsn.ca, click on live, go sign in with TV provider, fill in those details your mom, aunt, cousin, brother, friend gave you, and just throw them in. You'll be able to watch this hockey game, any hockey game in Canada during the World Juniors live on TSN via doing that. Trust me, it works. That's how I'm doing it, right? So just give you an idea. I do not have TSN. I don't even have cable, so keep that in mind. There is a way to get it done as the Germany player blows a tire trying to receive a pass. That looked like me on the ODR at about 4 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, let's get this going. As Germany out of the zone, they're going to rush forward and push it past the Finnish defenseman. But he takes the man out, so the attack kind of dies there, and the puck goes back the other way. Team Finland in possession of it. They're going to try and shoot this puck. Ooh, off the post. What a clean shot. Beat the goaltender, but didn't beat the post. And that, my friends, again, another game turner right there if you're talking about it. As now Finland's still in possession of it. They're looking for an open shot. They're going to wire it this one wide of the net, off the back of the net. Lucky that one didn't come around the other side. And Germany just kind of swimming, trying to avoid danger now. As Finland is kind of pushing on this shift, looking to take the lead. That one blocked. Another shot off of somebody, if not the goaltender in front. And Finland, again, back to the point. They are relentless on this shift. This has been about 25 seconds of pure dominance. Another shot blocked in front. Rebounds, scores. Yep, you betcha. That's the way that one goes. 2-1 for Finland, and they were pushing on that shift, and not to be denied as the rebound finally potted in. And 12:22 to go in the second period. 11-11 the shots, and this one, my friends, is all in Finland's control now, as they've got to just keep pushing it for sure. So here we go. As Mata scoring the goal by the looks of it. So he gets the goal for Finland. And what a shot from the point. That one comes through and it gets off a Germany skate. And yeah, guess who it is? Musenberger. Yep. Musenberger's skate deflects the puck right onto the Finnish stick, and that goes back in the net to secure a goal for Team Finland. 2-1, 12:22 to go in this second period. My goodness, that was a wild little shift, that's for sure, but one that got the job done for Team Finland, and they will take it and run with it. That is for sure, I bet you. It's now 12:15 to go in this second period. 2-1. We find ourselves, and of course, Finland right back on the attack, looking to go up 3-1, right? I said 2-1 goals not as important as the next goal after that. And for Germany, they got to get it because they want to keep this one as tight as possible, but as high scoring as possible, because when its next goal wins, then you're starting to talk about a game that Germany can win. 2-1, currently it sits. Germany trying to just get out of their own zone for the first time in over a minute and 10 seconds, as now they do, and they're in on the attack now, turning back to the half wall, fired across the slot. That one's going to be met there by a Finnish stick and turned back as they will look to get out of their own zone. I think that goes off the ref's skate as he kicks it to the player, kind of. And a miscue there almost leads to Germany coming up with the puck in the offensive zone, but instead Finland carries it ahead, and that is going to be offside. Joel Mata from Heimo Salmi and somebody else, but then a little bit of rough stuff. They're going to cut away from the rough stuff to go to the point shot, and look at this one. Bang down, and Mata scores it. Just wide open cage off the skate of Musenberger. And yeah, you don't miss from there, or you don't get anywhere in the career of hockey. So great shot from Mata to score that one and get the Finns up 2-1. So like I said, they were pushing on that shift, and my goodness, they came after it. 11:16 go in this second period, looking for a chance to get the job done now. They're going to fire it down into the Finnish goaltender, Will Germany. They aren't going to come up with this puck as Finland's going to turn it up ice, and now a 2-on-1 developing. Two referees coming together. They're going to play it 3-on-1. Shot, save by Quope to make the save. Oh yeah, keep the game 2-1. Another chance here. Finland fans on the play. 10:49 now in the second period, and it seems like since about 40 seconds before that goal, Finland has suddenly decided they want to win this game, and they're going to push for it. That is for sure, as Germany's now starting to seem like they're chasing a little bit, not moving their feet around in the defensive zone as much as they were in the first. Now Finland, another shot, wristed on net. This one's going to go back to the point again. Met there and kept alive by Finland again. This looking like the shift they just scored on. Brad Lambert, a shot, saved by Quap to keep it 2-1. And this one's starting to turn around on Germany very, very quickly, kind of unravel as quick as it started to look good to start that first period. My friends, the live stream has now surpassed 2,500 views. Thank you so much for tuning in. That means the world to me, especially, like I said, off the top, after taking a 10-month break from live streaming hockey, we are back, and 2,656 views proves I ain't missed a step. 10:13 to go in this second period. That one's going to be knocked down there, man. So now it's going to go back to the point, kept in yet again by Finland. And my goodness, Germany just cannot get the puck out of their zone in the last 2.5 minutes. As yet again kept in there. My goodness, these Finnish blue liners know how to hold a line. Wow. As Germany's going to see this one come around behind the net. Finland forechecking again, and maybe now a chance for Germany to get it out, and they will, as they connect stick to stick to get it out. But now turned over right there into the neutral zone, back the other way. There's the goal scorer, Mata, firing it around the boards, and Finland back on the attack, and Germany is just getting absolutely run around in their own zone. This one's going to be down the ice, and thankfully for Germany, not an icing, but a shot on the goaltender. And Finland will come back yet again the other way as Germany turns them back there. They were breaking out of the zone, but they busted them back in, just hemmed them for a second. Trying to make a play now. Finland trying to figure it out. 9:09 to go in this second period, and they're going to fire it in. And I think that man was offside, but don't mind me. My eyes could be deceiving me. As Germany got Florian Elias on the ice, he's going to get out there and try and push this puck forward. And there we go, Germany now on the attack. That one chopped down at center by a Finnish stick, and back again into the Finnish territory on a Finnish stick and into Germany ice as this one back on a German stick. Okay, they're going to try and play it and out. Okay, so now we're just kind of bobbling pucks in and out, inefficient attacks either which way, as Germany, again, they just push that one into the offensive zone. Finland turns them back, and back we go the other way, back and forth now, but really no scoring chances or anything. Just teams just not setting anything up in the zone again, right? Finland leads it into the zone. Germany gets it out, which is a positive sign for Germany. If you're Germany, this is how you want to play this. You just want to get one open shot like Musenberger got, score another goal, make it 2-2, and suddenly you're A-OK. That would be obviously the way to do it, but you don't want to save it for the last second. And right now there's 8 minutes or less to go in this second period that's been ticking along all period long. So here we go. Finland, Germany tied in the shot clock pretty much. 13-12 edge for Finland. So nothing dramatic either way for either side. But I'd say quality of chances, it seems like Finland's definitely had the better of it in this second period. And now Germany's going to toss this one aside and get it out of the zone. And now all of a sudden they got a 2-on-2 developing, and they're just going to push this one forward behind the Finnish net. Man gets tied up there. I don't know if he got his stick lodged in the other player's jersey or something, but Germany couldn't come up with the forechecking puck. And now we got 7:10 to go in this second period as things are starting to wind down. And Germany trying to direct the play and figure out what's going on here as they just run a little bit of a pick play there, and away we go. Back the other way, and that's going to lead to a tip into the zone. They're not going to call that one icing. Interesting there, as now Germany finally up with the puck in the Finnish zone for the first time in a little while. And that one doesn't last long until it kept in at the blue line. Okay. Oh my goodness, this puck is bouncing. I mean, I'm used to the puck bouncing at Rogers Place, don't get me wrong, but it just seems every time one of the teams goes to set up an attack after there's been a lull in the play, that puck just hops around and hops off of sticks, hops off of everything, and nobody can really settle it down or get anything going. So that remains to be seen if Germany can get something going. But either way, it's been a good little second period. I've enjoyed it again. I mean, here's the thing. This hasn't been a terrible hockey game either way. That's the nice part. This has been an all right hockey game so far. And my concern is just if Germany doesn't push and get the 2-2 goal, this is pretty much game over already. So we'll see what happens here as Florian Elias wins the faceoff, and now Germany's going to come up with the puck sustained maybe for more than 5 seconds in the offensive zone. They're going to fire this one across, and I cursed it. I should have said 6 seconds because maybe they would have actually kept that instead of just blindly firing it into the slot. And now all of a sudden we got a penalty coming up, and it's going to be Schwieger. And Finland will go to the power play in this second period. So Finland a chance to add on a little bit more. As let's see what's going on Twitter. See if we can figure anything out here. Didn't do nothing there. Jake Neighbors. Let's see. Nothing going on. I don't think there's really anything last player on the ice. Yeah, no, Twitter's not very happening for this Finland-Germany game, that's for sure. So, okay. Game on. We'll figure it out. We'll see what happens here the rest of the way home. We got to have something good happen, right? Obviously, a game's got to end at some point. Let's see. We're just going to quickly check this. And let's see what we can figure out. So far so good. It is Schwieger in the penalty box for Germany. So it is Finland to the power play. And so far on this live stream, 2.8K views, 2,800 views. All right, game on. I'm liking that. Anyway. Niemela out there on the power play. 0 for 2 is Finland on the power play because, well, they negated their last one, and that led to the Germany goal on the power play just over a minute and a half later. But now we're going to see what Finland can do to try and turn the tide on this one and maybe get that next goal that we've been talking about. Not the tiebreaker, but the one that puts you up 2 and might change this game. A shot one-timer right away from Niemela to the defenseman on the mid-high slot area, and that's going to be Finland coming up with the rebound. So now Niemela's got it at the point. He's going to look for an option, and Finland is setting up the attack, and they are looking like they want to cash in right here. This is looking like, no doubt about it, they want to cash. So here we go. Chance for Finland. It's Niemela at the blue line. He's going to move it over. Shot, save by Quap. What a save by Quap, that's for sure. Good glove save, gets the job done. Here we go. See what happens. Is this one just a beautiful pass by Niemela to set up the one-timer, and what a glove save. That is just a beauty of a glove save by Quap. Look at the bend on that, and look at the reaction, and my goodness, he comes up with it to keep this one 2-1 with $1:33 left on the power play. Germany, Finland getting things going, and this one's going to be down and up to the point once again. Niemela fires that one down low into the slot area. It's recovered there by Finland, who's going to come on to the near side half wall, come up behind the net, and now look to set up the attack from the opposite side of the ice as this one goes down low towards Quap once again. He comes up with a save, and now Finland coming out in front. Man was not ready for the backside one-timer. And now away, Finland still toying with Germany here, just all over them. They've got them down below the dots and in front of the net, so there's not much German defense really happening at the high point. And so far, saves from Quap have kept it a 2-1 hockey game on this power play. 45 seconds to go, and there you go. That's why you collapse sometimes, as Germany comes up with the puck tight, and they keep it out of their zone for a few more minutes as the German defender goes to the bench. And now, with 30 seconds to go, Finland trying to set up another attack. They'll dump it in. 4:45 to go in the second period. 25 seconds now remain on the power play. This one goes across to absolutely nobody. So it goes out of the zone, and Finland retreats to their own zone to try and regroup with 15 seconds to go on the power play after absolutely dominating about the first minute 15 of that power play and coming up empty-handed in their effort. So now a chance to keep this going. 42 seconds to go. Finland's going to drop this one down low. Now 5-on-5. They're going to move this across, and what a block there by the German defender to keep this a 2-1 game. Wide open net in front of him, and the Finnish guy hits the leg of the defenseman, and that keeps it 2-1 for the time being. 4 minutes now to go. 15-12 the shots for Finland after that power play. Now a little bit of separation for the first time all game in the shot clock. I think, quite honestly, that's the biggest separation in the shot clock we've had all game in the shots advantage department. And now Germany, just after a lazy little dump into the corner, Finland finds it in the neutral zone on the clear. And now Germany pushing back the other way. Here's Florian Elias. He's going to fire the shot, and that's saved. And he pushes the defenseman all the way back into the goaltender. You don't see that much in World Juniors action, and that doesn't even draw really much of a crowd. But a skate save and a beauty by the defenseman for Team Germany to get it going. What a play there. My goodness, that one keeps it 2-1, and that's potentially, if you're looking at kind of changing the momentum of this hockey game, that's the one you point to if you're the coach for Team Germany is, come on, we get that lucky break. Let's go capitalize a little bit, shall we? For sure. So, find ourselves in a game where this live stream's just about had 3,000 views. My goodness, thank you so much. And again, if you were here last year, you would know that you could donate to the channel and stuff and help me out. This year, I've taken that stuff all away. I've stepped back from YouTube. There's been a lot of changes in the past year. And what I'm asking you to do this year is, if you are able to take a couple of dollars that you think you would have thrown my way and donate them to your charity of your choice. That's what I'm thinking this year, is just try and promote a little bit of a change. If I am to recommend a charity this year, go to Google Lakeland Humane Society. Back up from where I am from, Cold Lake, they have a great humane society up there, and those great people do a lot of great work. And as always, well, especially this year, they could use some help. So if you're looking for an option, that I would put on the table. So my friends, thank you so much for that. If you do this season choose to donate to a charity in the spirit of giving, I guess, if you were going to give it to me, but instead give it to a charity, that's the declaration I'm making here. So here we go. Let's get this going. We're back to action here as Finland Germany. Back to it as Germany pushes the face-off down deep into the Finnish zone, but Finland comes up with it. And with 3.5 minutes to go in this second period, Finland leads 2-1. Now crashing the end boards, trying to come up with the puck. 5 German defenders down low behind or just barely in front of their own net, and that's going to lead to Finland wide open at the points. Niemela skates around one guy, skates around a second guy, and fans on the shot, but knocks down the clearing attempt, fires it around the boards. And that's going to allow Finland to come up with the puck. And my goodness, I got to say, it seems like they have a lot of right-handed shots on this team. I know somebody was saying that Russia has only left-handed shots or something on their team, but it seems like Finland has quite a few right-handed shots on their squad this year. 2:46 to go in the second period. And that was nice and call, so Germany checks it up, and we will go back into the German zone to try and figure this one out. So, what do we got going on? Corey Pronman has an update here. Of course, he's a World Juniors stalwart that you got to follow on Twitter. Looks like Wallstedt will be in goal, Askarov in goal for Russia. So, these two guys have been stories of the past, 2 World Juniors, and now they get to see what those two will bring. Head-to-head, I think for the first time in the World Juniors, to be quite honest with you, unless they played head-to-head last year, they might have. But 2:36 to go in our game here, Finland and Germany. And 15-13 the shots on goal, so Germany has chopped it down, kind of tied it back in a little bit of a close, narrow gap between the shot department until Finland fires one off the shoulder of Kwap. And 2 minutes and 20 seconds to bleed off the clock here as Germany comes up with the puck behind their own net. They're going to try and lead out an attack, but Finland, again, a nice stick on the clearing attempt, knocks it down. 2:08 to go in this second period as Germany's looking for the equalizer. There's an open slot chance. Rebound, man falls down. Oh my goodness, that was kind of jiggly defense by the Finnish side, but it worked to knock the man down in front who would have cashed a rebound if he could have lifted it over the pad of the Finnish goaltender. So $1:45 left in this second period, and it would be a weird time for Finland to kind of back down and allow Germany to start pushing to try and tie it up going into the third period. But that kind of looks like what Germany's plan is to try and push for this final minute and a half. So that one shot in on Kwap. I don't think that's a shot on goal, but it's just kind of a put on net to try and avoid the icing. And this one's going to be flipped out into the neutral zone, knocked down again by that man back for Finland. They still have that man back. And Finland gets a wide open shot, turned aside by Kwap, and now back the other way comes Germany until it's turned back by the man with the stick at the Finnish blue line every single time. And now Finland pushing it behind the German net. They're going to skate around, look for an open chance. We walked around here and fired down by the Finnish blue liner. Around the boards it goes. 49 seconds to go. The shot comes in. Turned aside there by a couple of sticks in the German slot. And now 40 seconds remain in this second period. The shot fired on, blocked in front. 36 seconds to go. And Finland, I thought Germany was going to make the push, but Finland instead is making the push, and Kwap the save. And again, some nasty little pushing and shoving in front. Hellenius all about it. There's been some of that for sure in this hockey game. They cut away from it rather quick this year for some reason. I don't know why, but what a chance there. Kwap makes just a sprawling little save. Reactionary save for sure. And Finland is still only up 2-1 so far in this hockey game as the time is winding down in this second period. But that was just a beautiful chance, and the man would have had a chance to rebound if it wasn't for Hervonen, the captain of Team Finland, taking him out. Half a minute remaining in this second period, looking for the equalizer. Team Germany looking to go up 3-1 to close out the period is Team Finland, and that is going to be offside as the big kid for Germany can't keep onside. And that means, my friends, we will pretty much wind down this period with 19 seconds to go, one rush either way, and then we will be done. 18-13 the shots on goal, and you want to talk about the biggest gap in the shot department. That, my friends, is now it for Team Finland as they lead 18-13 in that department. 2-1 in the lead, and back and pushed into Finnish territory. And I think that is pretty much all but going to do it for this second period as Germany rims it in with, or Finland rims it into Germany territory with 10 seconds to go, 5 on the clock. Finland will skate it back into their own zone. And my friends, I'm going to go and take a break for a quick second here, and I will be right back. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and I will catch you in a few minutes' time here. Thank you so much for tuning into this second period. We'll be right back, and we'll get this going for sure. All right, here we go. Back in the saddle. Let's get this going. My friends, we find ourselves 2-1 hockey game between Finland and Germany. Pond to podium teachable moment. Okay, all right. What are we doing here? There we go. We're talking about this second goal. They rushed. Oh, okay, all right. I see what they're talking about. That was beauty. Skating attempt by the Finnish goal scorer. That is beautiful play. That's for sure. All right. Anyway, Kat's trying to come up and say hi. All right, Zap. Hello. Hello, everybody. This is Zap. If you've been around Dolly TV before, you know this all too well. She is my little TV companion, that's for sure. So what do we see? Let's see what's going on here. We currently find ourselves in that 2-1 game. Can I break it down a little bit for you? Joel Mata, assisted by Alexei Hamasolny and Kasper Putio. I apologize. I apologize profusely for not knowing. Luca Muzzenberger was the goal scorer for Germany in that period. And then Brad Lambert, back in the first period, scored the 1-0 goal. So that's where we sit currently so far through 2 periods play. Marcus Schwieger took that penalty, the high sticking call for Germany. That led to that really good Finnish power play, but also that really good German penalty kill. So that's good news there, as well as both teams have kept it a tight hockey game. So we'll see what happens here the rest of the way home in the third period, but so far so good for both sides. I think an impressive showing for both sides, especially Germany, to just hang around and stick with Team Finland, I think is a moral victory in and of itself if you're Team Finland or Team Germany. So currently I am going to just exit out of my analytics report here for the live stream, stop viewing how terribly good it's going for a guy like me, and got over to talking a little bit about Dylan Garand, who will be the starting goaltender for Team Canada tonight. So here you go if you want. That is Dylan Garand video. All right, here we go. As guys, everybody welcome in. The plan is to do as many World Juniors games as possible. Of course, tomorrow I won't be active because I've got some friends coming to visit from up north, so that won't be a day I'll be streaming unless I can figure out the schedule here. Hold on, give me a second. The schedule at noon or at 2:30 on December 27th. Yeah, neither of those times are going to work. And then, of course, the games, there's games all throughout tomorrow as well. 27th, potentially the game at I guess 7:30 on the 27th could work. And then on the 28th, we'll live stream probably both hockey games, probably only the first period of USA-Switzerland to get a feel for USA, and then head over and stream the full Canada-Austria game for sure. So stay tuned. There's definitely more coming. It's just a matter of kind of figuring out what my Christmas schedule is going to look like the rest of the way home. So what I got to say with that is if you are interested in sticking around for the World Juniors, consider hitting subscribe. I know the boys, Gravita and Hot Take Hockey will be live streaming, I think as well. Lego Rocks 99 will be live streaming. If you know those guys, you know those guys. But that's where we are sitting right now. Is that doesn't look like anyone else is live right now, which is quite interesting for me. So that's something to keep an eye on, I guess, right now is just a fact of I'm getting to sit here and enjoy you guys without really any competition for it, which is all right. I don't mind an easy stream back, that's for sure. So currently sitting in this 2-1 hockey game, just talking my head off, but that's really all I'm good at most of the time anyway. Not really good at knowing anything too much. So coming up at 2:30, it'll be Russia and Sweden at the Red Deer WP Centrium, and then all of a sudden we'll go over back to Rogers Place for Canada, Czechia, and then we'll go back to WP Centrium for USA and Slovakia for the nightcap of tonight's action. So there's a lot on the schedule tonight, 4 games, which is just ridiculous. But Dylan Garand is the goaltender for tonight's matchup, and man, like, can they not make these podium things look any better than they have. They have just done a terrible job of interviews over the past year and a half. So that's just something to keep in mind too. But Dylan Garand, a guy who came in and impressed against Team Russia. So we'll see what he kind of brings for Team Canada today in actual tournament, preliminary tournament action, or whatever you call it. Not preliminary. Sure. Whatever. I'm not going to get too confused. I'm already confused enough. And I mean, you know that all too well. So Dylan Garand is the guy that will get the start. That's why I posted that link in the chat there for you. And other than that, we can get set for Canada and Czechia at 5 o'clock. Pre-game 4:30. Pre-game on Dolly TV at 4:45 if you're interested in hanging. And Craig Button comes in via the virtual studio. He'll come hang out and say hello to everybody there in those fancy shoes, that's for sure. And this is the weirdest, coolest feature that Team Canada and the World Juniors and TSN has put together. So I don't know if Craig Button's in Red Deer or where he is, but this is really nifty that this technology exists. It's really not that complicated. It's simply just a green screen and just placing them, overlaying them. But I mean, it's still very nifty and an interesting, I guess, way to do television for sure during the World Juniors, to have a guy join you in the studio via another place. So yeah, this hockey game, though, you want to talk about it. It's been an interesting one for Germany and Finland. Is that one? Oh, okay. So they're listing two different things at once. All right. So the goal and the whistle, the penalty for Team Finland, they're all in that one sequence. So there's a lot going on in this hockey game so far. And if you're a fan of low-scoring, good hockey games, this has been the hockey game for you. I'm not kidding you there at all. So we're a fan. Where are we at? So some news. Actually, hold on. Let me read this. The IIHF Council has voted that no team will be relegated from the 2022 IIHF World Junior Championship that will begin today in Edmonton Red Deer. Canada safeguard the sportive integrity of the competition in light of the extraordinary circumstances. And then the task of creating an 11-team format and game schedule has been given to the IIHF Competition Committee, same as the task of restructuring the lower divisions for the 2023 IIHF Ice Hockey U20 World Championships. So, okay, I guess there's going to be a lot of restructuring going on, but as that means we'll see Belarus climb on up. Somehow Latvia doesn't make it. Belarus was the one that ended up making it up for the jump, so that'll be interesting to see Belarus next year in 2023. Honestly, I don't even remember where they're hosting it in 2023. Hold on. Let me see here. World Juniors 2023. So it will be in Omsk, Russia. All right, so the World Juniors are going back to Russia right away. All right, interesting for sure. Winning all 5 games in the 1A division in Denmark. Okay. So Belarus will be there in Russia next year with everybody else. Of course, that means game times are going to be all kinds of screwy for Team Canada next year, but that's all right. 2022, 2023, bring your worst. We're ready for it at this point. And as we currently sit, getting ready for this third period to get underway. So running out of voice, I guess is what I could say. That's the hard part. I'm starting to run out of vocal strength here. It's been a long time since I last live streamed. Like I said, if you're just tuning in, at the start of live stream, I did the math. It's been 10 months since I last did a full game stream on YouTube. So that's the tough part for me, is please pardon me as this third period gets a lot going, is I'm a little pooped. It's been a hard time since I last did this. And as you can see, it's going to be an interesting finish, that's for sure. So it just is what it is. So here we are. Let's go here and just quickly double check something as we are closing up in on 3,500 views for the live stream today. That's a number I wasn't expecting. I was texting a buddy who was asking what I was up to this afternoon. I said, well, if I don't got 300 views after the first period, I'll just can it and come hang out with you. And instead, here we are currently sitting at 3,500 views on a live stream that's done far better than I could have ever anticipated. So, guys, thank you for being a part of that today, and thank you for hanging out. That's for sure. Very much so appreciate it. As we are sitting just in commercial break here, waiting for these guys to get going again. Now a Tide commercial, or who's this? Tide or Gain or Fling or... Oh, Downy. See? Tyson can't even name all the detergents. All right, Zap, goodbye. All right, water. That's a good call. And then let's see what happens here. All right. See what I can figure out here. Is there anything I am missing about this game? I don't think so. I don't think so. There's a lot of week 16 action in the NFL. That's something for sure. NHL's revised emergency exception rules. Now eligible for cap hits. So less than $1 million, up from $850K, okay. And if short 2 goalies for any reason, can recall without playing short. Okay. So there's a lot going on with the NHL and the IIHF today, so let's see what happens the rest of the way home, I guess, today, eh? This is what it's going to be, and we'll get going into this action. Musenberger and Mata in that second period. Now you know we're getting set, getting ready for this to get going. Gord Miller, Ray Ferraro back on it and ready to roll for this third period, as Brad Lambert, he gets some credit for this hockey game. He's had some dangerous chances. Obviously, the goal for Finland that I still think is going to go back to Hellenius, but we'll see what happens, as, you know what, Finland's also been good on the defensive sticks. And they've been just pretty much the more sound team all game, kind of pushing the pace and running the game from every aspect and having the defense back and such. But so far, so good for Germany in terms of staying afloat, I guess you could say. Only down 1 entering the third period. And Quap's been solid if you're Germany. So you build on that and you go for a ride in the third period and see what you can do. Musenberger is out there on defense for Team Germany. And now we see what happens here in this third period. 1 goal, 2 goals could decide it, right? Obviously, if Germany gets 2 goals, or it could be 1 goal decides it, and we already got it back in the second period. Elias wins the faceoff. It's chipped ahead by the German side and into the Finnish zone at Rogers Place, as Finland will carry it back the other way. Turned over there by Musenberger, who bats it across to his defense partner. 19:43 to go in this third period now. As remember, the second period moved along quick. Like, I am talking quick. There were no whistles for the first 5 minutes. It just went by quickly. But instead, right out of the gates, 33 seconds into the period, we're going to see ourselves get our first icing call of the period. And that, my friends, leads us to the Finnish zone, where Germany will get a chance to take the face-off and start an attack for sure. Now they're going to line up here at the face-off dot. Germany and Finland trying to figure it out. Germany's all set. Finland couldn't figure out who's going where. And now it's Mata taking the face-off, the goal scorer, to put up Finland 2-1. And now batted back down into Finnish territory, back behind the net. Skate to stick by the German player. It'll go back to the point. He's going to fire it across into the zone slot area, but turned over there. And now Finland back the other way. They haven't used the wide-angle camera until Hervinen just about crosses into German territory, but that's there, met by the goaltender for Germany. Worked over is the Finnish player by the German player, and that allows Germany to bat it across. And now Finland has it at the blue line, shot on Quap, and a rebound denied, and Quap will hold it up. And now all of a sudden we got some pushing and shoving behind the net. And I'm still not sure what's the deal with TSN not showing any of the little bit of bad blood going on. Like, wouldn't you want to show a little bit of pushing and shoving, show a little bit of action going on between these two teams? I don't get it, but I guess that's just a editorial decision on their part, or directorial decision, whatever you want to say, to try and eliminate the bad blood of World Junior Hockey. I'm not sure. That's 4 times I can count this game that the camera has not cut to a little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle. I get it. It's the IIHF. They don't like scrums. They don't like giving out double offsetting minors. But end of the day, guys, it's hockey. Figure it out, right? But that said, World Junior Championships since 2013. Canada has taken 2015, 2018, 2020. Finland is 14, 16, 19. The U.S. is 13, 17, 21. So, of course, Finland looking to get to it. That is for sure. As this puck's batted down into the German zone, they're going to play it along the end boards and off the half wall. They're going to get out of their own zone. Now far side, turning around, and hold on, pause a second. Give me a minute here, guys. All right, my friends. Well, unfortunately, work calls, after hours, people need heat. Tyson, I will catch you up on out of here for the Team Canada game, hopefully, if I make it back in time. My friends, catch you in a little bit. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon. Really appreciate it. Sorry it has to end this way, but work and duty calls, and of course, people need heat. You can't let people freeze.